success here the last 3-4 years against Georgia Tech's triple option. How can you kind of maybe describe what you guys have been able to do without giving up too many secrets as far as really kind of containing that offense about as good as any other team in the country has?
Just Coach V coming up with a great plan for us to execute, keeping it simple, not making anything too complicated, just allowing us to play free, play fast, read our keys, and make plays.
How good did it feel to come up with your first 2 sacks on Saturday, and do you and Cleveland talk about that a whole lot as far as the race goes?
It felt good, to get the sacks, but no, we don't really talk about it at all, really. Very rarely do we talk about, one another's stats or football in general outside of the, the complex. Kind of just keep a good friendship, and that's my guy. So.
How about your defensive end position and the keys that you have on this particular game with Georgia Tech? One, defending the cut blocks, two, holding your edge and setting your edge.
All right. Right, definitely. Georgia Tech makes it tough, especially with the cut blocking, which we don't see a whole lot. Fortunately, we did. Furman did a little cutting. Georgia Southern didn't cut much, although they did run the option. So they definitely make it difficult for us standing on our feet. But, at our position, we just have to stay disciplined, not try to do too much. You get a tendency to, want to just make plays if you're not making any plays in a game like this. But it's imperative that everyone, does their job every single play, because a team like this, they can bust one on you in a hurry if someone is undisciplined. So we definitely just have to stay locked in on our job and not try to do too much and just make the plays that are there to be made.
How do you, on one hand, you play fast, like y'all said your plan was with Georgia Tech. On the other hand, when you play Georgia Tech, you have to throw out your basic rule.
Right. So, a lot of times, we're playing spread teams that want to throw the ball, run, the normal counter, stretch, split zone, things of that nature. But a team like this that are, running the triple option every play, they got three ways to attack you: the quarterback, pitch, and the dive. It's tough to defend all three and have people help, each one, because if they get numbers on you, it can be a long day. So we just have to make sure we stay dialed in on the plan. On what Coach V has planned for us, and let the playbook work for us.
Do you almost have to take on like an outside linebacker mentality?
Yeah. So option defense is a lot different because the ends are go from playing end to linebacker to 3 techniques sometimes in our option defense. So it can be tough, but I think we have the guys that are flexible enough to do all 3. Have the ability to play all 3 at a high level. So I think it definitely plays to our advantage.
That was Sunday. Y'all, I guess, have a Georgia Tech period during spring camp, during fall camp. How have you noticed that help you when you do actually play Georgia Tech? You kind of revert back to what you learned?
Yeah, definitely, man. It helps a lot, to get those reps, early in the year before you even start playing games. So you have, some sort of a foundation to, build upon when that week comes. And, I feel like we've had a good preparation thus far when we prepare for them in camp. Those little 5-10 minute periods go a long way in the grand scheme of things in a game. So I definitely say that's helped a lot, and we've done that, for the past couple of years. So it's definitely helped. Yeah.
How much faster, how much better is Georgia Tech what they're doing?
Of course, they have really good athletes. They can compete with us talent-wise, which Furman and Georgia Southern were a little behind in that area, but they all had 3 really good schemes, and they all run it differently. Like I said, Furman did a little cutting, but not as much as Georgia Tech does, although they do similar things. And Georgia Southern, you think they're running the triple option like Georgia Tech, but they're actually running a spread option. So it makes it tough because you have to bounce between different defenses preparing for one scheme. So, and what Georgia Tech does, they do it better than anybody. They've been doing it there for years at a high level. So it's definitely tough, and I think this will be a great challenge for us. Out of all the 3 option teams that we've played.
You see anything different this year than you have in past years on film with Georgia Tech?
Yeah, they just got better people. Their quarterback is really good, Taquan Marshall, actually a friend of mine. He's a really good player, and he's improved each year that he's been there. And he's really fast, hard to contain. So we got to make sure that we have dibs on him first of all, because they want to get him the ball. But as far as everything else, they're going to do what they do. Their coach is going to do a good job of scheming us up as well. Paul Johnson's one of the best in the country at running the option, so I expect it to be a big challenge for us down there in Atlanta.
Is that the goal to take Marshall out of it? Because last year you guys I think you held him to 1 yard rushing. Is that the goal, take him away first?
Yeah, I mean, he's a really good player. You always want to defend, a team's best player, but if we key in too much on him, they can, kill us with the dive, kill us with the pitch. So you got to kind of, take your chances, but also defend your responsibilities and not, hone in too much on one person in the offense like this.
How do you know Marshall, and what is your relationship like with him? How close are you guys?
I actually played against him 2 years in a row in high school. I went to Thomas County Central. He went to Harris County High School. And we played him in a region championship and in the state playoffs. And then the Rising Seniors game that they do in Georgia, we both played in that. We were teammates, and we kind of built a relationship, throughout that week. And ever since then, we've stayed in communication. I've been to Atlanta a few times and hung out with him, and he's been up here, so we have a good relationship.
Who came out on top in those matchups?
I think they beat us. They beat us my junior year, and we beat them for the region championship my sophomore year.
How much extra preparation do you guys have to do to prepare for fourth down and going forward?
Of course, that's something you have to account for, because with an offense like that, it's easy for them to get a yard. It's easy for them to get 2 yards. So we really have to be dialed in on the situations and what they like to do in those situations. And, like it comes all the back down to reading our keys and doing our job. And, that's how we can defend them best and not guessing.
Austin, that offense really likes to chip away as they go for it on fourth down a lot. It's almost a different mentality on first down, even second down, that you have to keep them behind the chains more so than the other team.
Definitely. It's not an offense that, likes to be behind the chains. Because they are predominantly run. They don't do a lot of passing, not a lot of spread formations. So the more you can, keep them behind the chains or even force turnovers, it helps our cause.
How much of you and Cleveland help Xavier Thomas kind of come along?
Oh, a lot. I mean, even going back to the spring, he's uber talented, but has a lot to learn as far as the defense and the schemes, and just being on top of being a college player, what all comes along with that, not just football but school and life in general. But he's done a great job of listening and allowing us to help him, and I think it's starting to show now.
Austin, so week Coach Venables relives this role as quarterback and plays Jimmy Green Beans. Do you guys cherish that, or do you look forward to it every year? Or?
Oh yeah, we love it. He's an intense guy. He loves to compete. You can tell that he's a competitor, always has been, and we always get a chance to rough him up a little bit at Georgia Tech Week.
Has he lost a step back there? He's getting a little.
Nah, man. I feel like he's getting better. I think he has a quarter or two left in him, so maybe he'll get a shot.
Is he more intense this week as opposed to other weeks?
Nah, he's intense every week. It doesn't change from week to week. It doesn't matter if we were playing Daniel High School or we're playing the New England Patriots. If that could happen, he's going to be intense. So he doesn't change. He's consistent each and every week, and I love that. I love it.
Y'all, of course, have turned over in 11 straight games. How much pride do you take in that and look to keep that momentum going?
Oh, we take a lot of pride in that. Football is all about the ball. Who can catch it, who can tackle the person with it. So the more times that you can take it away, the more opportunities you create for your offense. And with an offense like us, as talented as we are, as many times as we can get them the ball, that's what we want to do.
Time for one more, if anyone has one more question. Okay, thanks, Austin. And Kelly,
Thank you.
come right